working on the great hornbill, and this is the final drawing before it will be painted on the wall. I like to create detailed, polished drawings for each of the birds before I do them. Once I've done it once, it's almost like muscle memory. When I do it again on a large scale, it's more familiar, so I have an easier time, and I'm not doing much figuring out on the wall. I'm figuring it out here on this scale.
One of the great things about birds is that they come in so many sizes and different types of packages. From the tiniest, dull little things like white eyes to enormous, spectacular birds like great Indian hornbill and ostrich and sunbittern. With this mural, the Cornell Lab and Jane Kim have collaborated to create a truly unique work of art that provides a visual journey through the remarkable beauty of avian life, from the earliest tetrapod fishes and the proto-dinosaurs through the prehistoric birds to today's present living fauna. Jane's task is to get the details of each bird right. The close details, the iris color, the behavior patterns, the plumage as she breathes life to them on the wall.
Right here, what I'm working on right now, the tip of the wing. In this small version, I don't actually really know what the feathers are doing right here. And I'm just drawing what the colors are doing, but that's the kind of thing that I want to find examples, either from an actual spread wing study or through better photographs, how the feathers are actually connecting to the wing.
Great. The tarsus is about 5 inches.
So it's pretty good.
It is, it's really good.
And this guy, it's like all white, essentially, right, except for the ends like this.
Yeah, so I think you're gonna be able to get away with kind of having this center portion be just kind of a clean white.
That makes sense. But maybe if I even just have a direction of a shaft every now and then.
Yeah, so, right, because you really want to nail the primaries coming out of the right spot and then filling in.
Drawing out the most fundamental shapes of feathers allows me to put down shadows and subtleties in the wing that I wouldn't be able to do without having taken the time to research that and accurately draw that out to scale. If you notice on the concept sketch, there's several grayed out birds, and then the entire evolution is in this grayscale. And that represents birds that have gone extinct but are still considered modern families. With the Dromornis reading that it was a relative to a goose, I think his body became a lot more goose-like, and he has a very long neck like a goose. And the bill is incredibly different, and the legs are very different. But overall, this particular rendering felt a lot more natural than anything I had done. They were looking too dinosaur-y. I love starting with the eye and the head and the beak, and then I work my way out. So once I have that down, everything can grow from that, and everything proportionally can even be measured from that. One of the biggest challenges that I've faced as an artist and a scientific illustrator is that struggle of the demand for scientific accuracy versus artistic expression.
The head feels right. You can bring out kind of this line of where the upper mandible.
And then I think I think what I've discovered is that they're two very separate things. So like the accuracy doesn't take away from the artistic beauty. So for an example, putting the birds on the map and placing them in their geographic locations. The fact that they are placed where they belong somehow makes the whole composition look more exciting. It's almost that information, and maybe this is exactly why I'm a science illustrator, is that the information portion of it is more interesting in some ways and has like made an awesome composition all on its own. Sometimes I think that the information and the accuracy sort of shapes the overall aesthetic in this really cool way. But I guess with birds and their personalities, it's not about accuracy. It's about like getting that twinkle in the eye or having a little bit of an upturn at the bill because you decided you can tweak that a little bit just to make the bird look a bit happier. Or you can downturn the eye slightly and it's still accurate, but you've tweaked it so that it has something more than just the accuracy. It's like that's my artistic decision making and flair that doesn't change the overall proportions of the bird.
One of the really important things to acknowledge about science and art is that they actually are coming from a very similar, if not the identical, spot inside us, which is this fundamental curiosity about nature, expressed simultaneously both in science and art. And ornithology is one of the best places where that comes through.